Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to a best of 3 between Clem and Percival, the Korean Terran up and coming, who absolutely despises Terran versus Protoss, but we'll get into that later. For now, he is in Team Krk Town, which is a town in Croatia. I googled this. A Croatian town on the island of Krk. Beautiful little name. No vowels in there whatsoever. It's the way I like my city names to be. A city without a vowel is a good city in my mind. There's not many of them. There's very little good cities nowadays. But Krk Town definitely is one of them. I'd love to go there. I believe it's in West Croatia, near the Adriatic Sea. Where the hell that is, I don't know, but you guys can figure it out. Yeah, like I said, Percival absolutely despises this matchup. He hates it. With a capital H. He really, really hates it. He's one of the few players whom I kind of respect due to him not GGing in tournaments. So you have a lot of losers who play who play ladder games, and then they don't GG you because they hate Protoss so much, right? And that is okay with me. But then when you play them in a tournament and people are watching and all of a sudden the GGs are flowing, the good luck have funs in the lobby at the start of the game, they're putting on a mask in front of an audience, and I don't appreciate that. Percival never GGs. He doesn't wear a mask. He is keeping it real. Yes, you could say a little bit unsportsmanlike, and you probably would be right. But at the same time, at least he's showing he believes in it. He says it with his chest, and I really do appreciate it. I hate these fakers that pretend to be so nice in front of an audience, but then in reality, when you're fighting them on the ladder, they're little sore losers. As Clem here is going to be camping the middle of the map with double Stalker. Gets the kill on the first Marauder. Third Stalker on the way as well. It's going to be moving across with this. It's going to lose one of his own Stalkers. Will clear this Marauder. Needs to be careful not to lose this Stalker as well. And honestly, Percival also needs to be careful not to lose this Marauder. Ooh, nice split shots there. Very neat split shots. I think this Stalker could have been microed a little bit more effectively. Overall, though, we're going to be looking back at this as our Protoss player pretty happily, I'd say. Cleared some Marauders, lost some Stalkers, smacked some fools around. It's not the end of the world. What the hell is happening over here? Are we going to get reactored mines? No way. That is a move. I hadn't expected this. I don't think anyone expected this. I'm not even sure if Percival knew that this was going to happen. Clem, meanwhile, behind all of this, is going for a 3-gate. 3-gate robotics facility, double gas. The Clem golden standard right now loves to rush into Fast Storm, as he believes it is the best thing you can do in the Protoss versus Terran matchup, and a lot of Protoss agree with him on that. Third barracks now starts for Percival as he flies over. I'm not sure if he knows what build order he's playing. It feels like he's a little bit lost. He also has no units on the low ground, which could be an issue given that Clem is now moving across the map. Has 5 Stalkers out, Blink about to finish up, and there's just a single Marauder, no tanks, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Mine is gonna burrow, will get set up, but Blink is about to finish up. This is a very odd build order out of Percival. A build order that has no defensive units, no real aggression either. I'd almost call it a bad build order because of that. Because I see no advantages to being so extremely unsafe. Like, what is the point? This mine is not going to be good enough defensively. We have 6 Marines. We still have no tank. Now he's going to swap once more. There's no bunker. This medevac took the long way around as well. We get a no GG and Clem wins game number 1. That build order that Percival just played is the equivalent of making love to a tree without a condom. It doesn't really feel nice, and it's also extremely unsafe. I just don't quite understand what the purpose is of the build. Like, he wanted to deal some damage with Marine Marauder, but you almost never see this work because Protoss players just love building Stalkers. They either have a battery or a sentry, and even if they open up with an adept, they scout quick enough that even if they lose the adept, they can build a reactive battery at home. Like, that mine drop came in at 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. That is more than a minute later than a standard mine drop. And what do you get for that? Freaking 3 Marauders. 0 safety against any real build order. You die against Oracles as well, because you legitimately have nothing. I'm not one to criticize build orders, but if I were someone that would criticize build orders, I'd criticize that particular build order because it's freaking blue. It actually still blows. Current time, past time, and in the future. It'll continue blowing until people stop playing it. And then the build will still blow, but no one will play it. So it's like with the tree falling in the forest. Is a build still awful if no one plays it? The answer is actually yes. Another philosophical question answered here on the HarstemCast channel. You'll love to see it. This probe's not going to get the SCV. Clem is an absolute prick with these workers, by the way. His worker harass is phenomenal. Love to watch it. Reaper comes out as the first unit. Not that surprising. Let's see what Percival is going to be doing over here. Pulls out of gas for a factory. Ooh, pulls 2 out of gas out of the top one. None out of the bottom. This is what we call a mistake. So let's visualize how gas mining works in StarCraft 2. And when I say visualize, I mean visualize in your head. I'm not going to draw anything here. 3 workers in 1 refinery together mine 100% of the gas that you can mine from a refinery, right? That is full capacity. However, the first 2 workers are responsible for 70% of the work. So that means each individual worker about 35% of the gas income. The third worker only adds 30% more, so it is less efficient. If you're mining with 4 workers total and you have 2 refineries, they should be split 2-2 as a result, all right? Or if you have 3 workers mining and you have 2 refineries, they should be split 2-1, not 3-0. That makes a lot of sense, because it is correct. All right, what is that? Clem is just going to go for the same thing again. Stalkers is rallying them across the map. I'm not familiar with this. Is this triple Stalker Chronoboot? I am not familiar with this build. This is new to me. I like it though. This is an aggressive Clem. Who knows what he wants. Okay, this is a Protoss player that knows what he wants and is just gonna take it with both hands. He needs to run away or he's gonna die against a Cyclone. That is a serious issue with the Stalker across the map, is that the Cyclone across the map is better than the Stalker across the map, let me tell you. A Cyclone by itself against 2 Stalker doesn't win, but you're gonna move out with like your 4 Marines. You tank a bit with the Marines, you shoot a bit with the Marines, and these Stalkers are gonna die. This is really poor for Clem. This is not correct. Percival moves in forward, gets the first kill over here. Second kill probably also will happen. Ooh, a little bit of sloppy control on that Cyclone. He's gonna get it. Maybe we can get a grenade with his Reaper here. No, we're not gonna get it. Reaper dies. -1 Reaper. -2 Stalkers though. I take that trade if I'm the Reaper man. Sing me a song, you're the Reaper man. Sing me a song tonight. We're gonna go for a Tank Marine SCV drop. This has high potential. Very low worker count here for Percival, who's gonna boost himself across the map. Viking straight up behind it as well. Has a new mule raining down from the sky. I mean, this is a very, very serious amount of pressure. We have no battery, no backup pylon for this gateway, no backup pylon for this robo. Getting an Immortal out against this is going to be huge. Having 3 gate production is huge. Having batteries is freaking huge. We currently have none of that stuff, which is the opposite of huge. It is tiny. So the moment this pylon dies, you're losing half of your production, because currently we're only on 2 gateways, I believe. This is the 3rd. Yep, there we go. Blink is going to finish up. Battery has finished up in the main base. That's great, except nothing's ever going to happen in the main base. New pylon comes in. New pylon comes out. So what are we going to be doing over here? Is it Immortal time? I'm not sure if Clem believes he has enough time to wait for an Immortal. I still think he should probably start one at least. And go for it now. He's going to lose the robo before he can go. There's a lot of Stalkers. That's a bad blink forward. Tries to snipe the medevac, fails. Now snipes this tank at least. That is something. As he moves past here with these Stalkers. Might catch this Viking actually. Oh, hell yeah, he will. That is beautiful. Single tank though. 2 more Stalkers being warped in. Let's see how good the control is going to be here for big man Clem. Ooh, not good enough. Tank's gonna stay alive, and a bunch of Stalkers do end up falling. 3 Stalkers also not enough to pick off the next reinforcing tank, which could be an issue. At the moment you get 4 Stalkers here, you could be in a good spot. Are you though? Gonna get some more repair out here. Medevac still alive. But there's like 3 main targets. Medevac, Cyclone, Tank, and Viking. All of them have insane DPS. And then the Marines behind that are also still shooting. So 15 workers end up going down. 3 Gs get called. 1 G there was for Percival in the previous game, and 2 Gs for this game, as it is 1-1. Game number 3 will be played here on Tokamak. Once more, a double gas opener. So Percival opens up with that factory. Floop, coming out. Clem with the core before Nexus once more. Are we gonna see the third time of Stalker pressure? No, it's gonna be an Adept. Adept into Warp Gate. This is all allowed, of course. Do not mind it at all, even. This CC is gonna be built on the low ground, so a change up out of our good friend Percival as well. Most likely going into a triple Reaper double Hellion. Could also stick with double Reaper single Hellion. A little bit less common, but still playable nonetheless. The Twilight Council goes up in the main base. Adept shades out. Ooh. Potential damage here out of this Reaper. This thing is going to commit, huh? But at the same time, Percival is also committing with this Reaper, which would have been weird as hell. Hellion is out defensively. Reaper's gonna show up quickly. Ooh, that's the end of this Reaper. Like, guaranteed the end of this Reaper. It might also be the end of this Hellion, as... good lord. Lordy lord. It is not looking great here for our good friend Percival. Percival loses a bit of mining time here, or a little building time. Throws down his starport, loses a bit of mining time as well by repairing that Hellion. This thing finishing up is a move and a half out of Clem, honestly. Yeah, there's no shot. Yeah. So 2 Adepts go down, no battery out. Temporary wall off might be necessary here. Is it? 2 Reapers, 2 Hellions. He's going to have a 4th Stalker, or 2nd Stalker, a 4th Gateway unit. I think a temp wall might be exactly what we need. This is crazy. He's not going to temp wall it. Okay, we have the grenade here connecting big time. Attacks the Stalker. Is he going to get it before it finishes up? No, he won't. The battery finishes up. And now he could have killed more workers. But because he went for that Stalker, he only ends up killing 1 worker, loses everything. I think Clem kind of lucked out there. Ooh. So we have a Speed Banshee opener. Whoa. These builds have become significantly more common due to the time of the Hyperflight rotors being lowered. It's the same as Cloak right now. So we've seen a lot of these Terran players opening up with Speed Banshee rather than Cloak Banshee. Because TOS, whenever they scout the starport, they almost always go for observers. If TOS gets observers, they get like 3 observers, and then boom, you come in with the speed. That blows. Like, you just invested in observers and you didn't even need them. And then there's still another threat you need to deal with. So, Speed Banshee, very cool. I give that 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. 4 stars out of 5. Unheard of. 2nd Banshee, yeah. Lots of gas in the bank, though. Why did we mine so much gas from the 3rd one? I don't quite see the point, but I could be wrong. This Reaper's gonna get cleared here right now. We have 3 gate plus observer. We have 2 tanks out already and a bunker on the way. If I know Clem, and I know Clem, he's going to get an SCV and probably 2 to 3 Marines over here as well. Could also try to jump into the main, but that is significantly more risky. There's really not that much space there either. Like, tanks are in decent position. I think he's seen that. Don't forget, if you go into surveillance mode at this point, you actually become visible, which is really bad and frustrating. Jumps in, 6 Stalkers into a tank, manages to 2-volley that. Oh my god, what a crazy move out of Clem. As the Banshee flies back home. And now we'll fly back across the map again. I hope, I'd assume. Triple Stalkers are already in the main. 2 Stalkers, or sorry, 2 in the natural, 2 in the main. And Clem is just in a great spot. It's going to follow this up with Templar Archives. Charge. And he's doing fine. He is doing just fine. So this thing can be spotted here. Don't forget, this is not invisible right now. Now it's back to invisible. Something to always keep in mind. Oh, look at the bench here, Raz here. Wow. This pylon is taking an absolute beating. Now these Banshees will take a bit of a beating here too. Immortal starts. Clem has been a huge fan of low gate, Immortal, Storm, Blinkstalker. And he's been doing very well with it. He has been doing quite well with it. Clem is setting up a trap here. It's not really a... Oh! He just barely missed it. That is frustrating. If he would have kept 2 stalkers here, maybe he can get a clear on one of the Banshees. But now he won't. Clem probably still believes they're flying out here somewhere. He's going to be confused. Yeah, he's going for Immortal, like 5, 6 gate, Storm. Storm in the mix too. Seeing what he can do. You have 5 barracks out. 2 more gates. It's going to bring the total amount of gates up to 8. Which is a very decent amount of gates. Gonna get Stormers. First of all, behind all of this is just all-inning off of 2 bases. So, Clem considering a 4th base. Probably doesn't have to. Prism feels like he might want to be aggressive, but you can also use it defensively, of course. The double Banshees once again start flying in. Just gonna get spotted here very quickly. Observer will see this. Probe will see this. Everyone will see this. Everyone kneel. Everyone knows. 2 Stalkers in the main. And these Stalkers are going to get pushed back. We have Storm. We have an Immortal. Maybe even 2. We have 1 Immortal. We have a bunch of charge lots. About even supply. Do the boys come with as well? No, the boys stay at home. The boys stay at home. Liberators will join the party. Because there ain't no party like a Liberator party. Liberator shows up. 4 tanks will now siege as well. These Marines stim in forward. Ooh. Tanks in the back. Get a big stim out. And we get the Storms. Ooh, Storms mainly touching the Zealots here for Clem. Those were some medium storms, but I think there might just be enough. This entire army is just being blasted. He keeps standing in his own storms and dying. It is a suicide mission, Clem. And now the workers could be pulled. And I think they would actually be very useful. Because there's no storms remaining. We're almost no storms remaining. You get a scan in forward. Because we still have 3 Templar in the mix. 4 Medivacs as well. So far, these storms have actually been better for the Terran than for the Protoss. This is what it almost feels like. But Clem just has so much supply. And he's going to be just fine. I mean, he didn't take any damage in the early game, despite it being a double gas opener. Double Banshee into speed. Yeah, Clem is going to be pushing this back. I really do wonder if an SCV pool is going to occur occasionally, like in the end. But potentially no. Oh, storm lasts so long. It lasts so darn long. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, you have 2 more Liberators coming in. This tank is going to move in further forward. This Observer is not even going to get sniped. Tank sieges up. Lib siege up. What is the Stalker count? We're only at 4. That is extremely low. And the target fire of the tank on those Templar is correct. Look at that. Liberator's actually dealing a lot of damage. All Templar end up falling. Percival here, maybe moving into a victory, has killed every single Templar. I really think pulling the workers at some point is going to be correct. There is no splash remaining right now. There are 0. There's no Archons, no nothing. Percival's going to siege up over here. Tank in the back is going to get cleared. Liberator siege up as well. Concussive shell starts too, just now. As these Immortals are being targeted down, Clem is going to get owned. He is getting owned. Once again, the workers, they could get pulled, but they're not being pulled. We have a single Templar in the mix right now. Liberator's moving in further forward as he sieges up. Storm onto the Libs. Oh, that's a lot of damage right there onto those bad boys because Storm lasts for freaking ever. Liberators, one of them is gonna die. Maybe both of them are gonna die. Maybe neither of them are gonna die. Blink forward, 1 goes down. Oh! F2. At the same time, we still have a fight in the middle here as well. Not the greatest fight out of Percival. Once more, I will restate my belief that SCVs probably woulda, coulda, shoulda been pulled. Observer gets sniped. Liberator activates onto this Nexus and then moves back and dies. Story of my life. I am surprised to still see no workers pulled given the fact that, well, the main base is practically mining out. The natural is starting to mine out on some patches as well. We're getting double Liberator setups towards the left. We have 2 Templar in this prism. There's really not that much splash for Clem right now. There's really not that much splash. We shouldn't underestimate that. The lack of splash here. Going double drop, double Liberator harass. What is the Stalker count? We're at 5. Is that enough to deal with this? Yeah, it is. 3 more Stalker weapons. Hell yeah, baby. There you go. Moves in forward. This is not the greatest thing he's ever done. He's gonna clean it up eventually, though. 5 workers go down. Triple drop. Wanted to go in. Decided against it. Just F2. So all army hotkeyed back to the middle. Lots of all army hotkeying today. Do we get an SCV pool right now? We're getting an SCV pool. But it is fairly late here into the game. Our fort base for Clem is now up. +1 is finishing up as well. We have 2 Templar with Storms in the mix. Here we go. Storm hits nothing so far. As there's a Stormer in here as well. Let's not forget about... Oh, it doesn't actually have Storm. Clem is chasing very, very far. Off creep, because there's no Zerg in the game. And this zoning storm is probably going to be good enough. Look at that, still active. Gonna get 1 more storm. We have 2 more storms right now. 120 supply to 91. 63 workers to 42. And no GG gets called as Clem is going to win this series with a 2-1 score.